Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay? Now, this is going to be a general reading, Aquarius, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that, Priestess energy. Really, very special things are coming into your life right now. There is a lot of this divine energy, a lot of blessings and abundance coming your way. I think it's coming in fairly abruptly, too. We've got the Tower energy. We've got a lot of good earth energy. We've got some really good earth energy. We've got some water energy that it's very interesting the position that that's in. So I like this. I think this is really, really kind of unique. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is one card that we select. We're not going to look at it until the very end. We'll put Alien right on top. And hopefully that card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. So, got major, major, major. Earth, earth, fire. We got earth, water, water, earth. Pretty good. We don't have any air energy. We don't have any swords. I like that. This makes me happy. We're not going to get stuck in this fog. We're not going to be stuck in confusion. The closest thing we have to the air energy is this Priestess, right? This is some lunar energy. This is, I think you have an intense spiritual connection right now. I think that this is a very, very rare and unique alignment of energy for you that's going to really be, well, it's going to be intense. We've got a Tower card. It's going to be intense. But this is very special because you have a natural psychic ability. I think we all have, right? Some people are a little bit more tuned into it than others. I think we all have it. But you, I think, have such a strong connection with Spirit right now that it might even feel a little overwhelming, the type of things that are happening in your life, right? I think that things are literally transforming before your eyes, you know? And it might be a little scary, to be honest. We expect things to always look a certain way. We have this consensus reality. Things are things, and they look like things. When things start to not look the same, it's a little disconcerting. But I think Spirit is, I think the scales are falling from your eyes, as they say, you know. I think that we're undergoing this kind of transformation that is really, it's foundational. I think it's changing what you believe. It's changing what you feel. It's an evolution of everything that you have ever been, okay? I feel like you have this real intense connection right now. I think you've always had like psychic experiences, you know. I feel like you've always kind of been able to predict things, or you just kind of know what's going to happen generally. But more than that, I think you've been able to see things that other people haven't really noticed. I think they're there always around us everywhere, but not everybody is tuned in to see that. You know, I think you can see auras. I think you can see even the kind of, being like an astral double of something, looking at an object or a person or a place. I think you can kind of see the spirit energy behind them, within them, you know. So you're used to things maybe looking a little different than how they're, consensus reality supposed to look. So maybe it's not anything new for you, but I still feel like this is an intense period of time in your life. So I wonder what's going on in your life now that's causing things to be just so very intense. I think there's going to be an increase in psychic activity and psychic phenomena in your life around you. Where you go, lights will flicker, circuit breakers will trip and pop, light bulbs will go out, electronics will malfunction. I think that you have this electricity about you now that is, because of its intensity, it's kind of like a wire with no insulation, okay? And I think that's a big part of this process for you now, is learning how to shield yourself, right? Like a wire needs insulation. We have to shield ourselves against some of the noise so that we can really, we can tune into the signal and really hear the message. Because with all the static, we're receiving all of the energy. It's going to be kind of garbled, right? There's too much interference. There's too much psychic activity right now. We've got to be able to insulate. And funny, this kind of, to me, looks like the inside of a wire with the insulation around it, like a cross-cut kind of view of it. But to me, the tower energy is representing kind of the frayed wire, the sensitivity that is now, it's become oversensitive, right? I've had experiences like that, not so much in the psychic sense, but with my kind of my normal senses, this hypersensitivity to light or sound, and it does, like during a migraine episode or something, right? You kind of feel like a frayed wire, where everything is coming in, and you're aware of every impression coming into your nervous system, and it's overwhelming. So I kind of understand this feeling, but I think it's a little bit different for you. I think what we're learning is how to insulate ourselves. Yeah, how to insulate ourselves. And I don't mean with a tinfoil hat. I mean psychically, Let's dive into this a little bit more. Now, in yesterday's position here, we have the Art or Temperance card. I think you just have gone through, you've just emerged from, or you will be very soon emerging from, what you would consider the biggest trial of your life, the biggest challenge, difficulty, the biggest fire, right, that you've been in. I think you're emerging from it. Okay, the biggest test of your life, the biggest fight of your life. I think you've emerged from that, and I think that you're coming out of this trial, this tribulation, this fire, this whatever this was, or still is, if you're just at the tail end of it. You're coming out of this, and you find that you have just woken up, and now you've got all these psychic powers. It feels like a movie. It feels like the plot of a movie. But it's happening. And I feel that what we're learning is how to control it, how to deal with it, how to harness it, how to insulate ourselves against all of this energy coming in, all of this activity, all of these impressions, right? Because we see this insulated wire kind of at the top here. This is positive and negative, I don't know, whatever, wires. I'm not an electrician. And the insulation around it, right? Now, it's yin and yang. It's the positive and negative. It's the constant flowing both ways, back and forth. It's like alternating current or something. That is ever present, and it is infinite, and it is always flowing in both directions, because we live in this manifested world of apparent opposites. There's light and there's shadow. We have up, we have the sense of down. We have the outside, we have the inside. I have me, I have you. And I'm very thankful for you. And this idea that things are separated is a beautiful thing. It's difficult to have the awareness of everything being infinitely connected. See, if we didn't have insulation, if we didn't have yin and yang, then we wouldn't be able to distinguish any of this energy, and it would just feel like chaos. It would be just a frayed wire. Yeah. So we need duality. We need to be insulated against dissolving that duality, let's say, or resolving it. We need to be insulated against that because it's in those moments where it's kind of a mystical thing, right? The union of opposites, merging of self with God, goddess, deity. We can't live our lives permanently in that state. I think we would be a frayed wire. So we need duality. What my point was, we need duality because it allows me the opportunity to have appreciation for you. It allows me to feel something. To see that there's something else out there other than me allows me to have an experience of it. Of longing, I wish I had that, whatever, that sandwich that's over there. I wish anything. I wish that we were all just together. I wish I was with my family right now and we could just go back to bed or something. But having this distance, having this sense of other, gives us the opportunity to experience it. Again, it could be longing, it could be joy, it could be appreciation, gratitude, love. The positive and the negative, right? The alternating currents. And all of that information that it's carrying with it. But we need the duality. We need to be insulated against this energy just scattering in chaos, right? And I think it's this snake around these wires. That's the insulation. And that is the idea of a finite time and space. Yeah. It is the kind of container for the duality, right? It's what maybe allows us to perceive duality is the time and space, So I like this card a lot. And I think this is kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for this, you're looking to insulate yourself from this psychic experience in such a way that you can gain the most from it. That you can begin to understand and appreciate the duality in life, the opposites, the fact that we are separated from other, And I feel like that's giving you a really unique perspective on, well, here's the future, here's the 7 of discs. This is, well, the key word for this card is failure. But this is failure of a different kind, I think. This is not failure as in your efforts don't succeed. This is failure to satisfy every infinite desire, right? This is the failure for us to unite with God, goddess, deity in a permanent way. So in this sense, we embrace the idea of being separated from things, of not having what we want, essentially, right? I know this is starting to get a little bit metaphysical and abstract. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to bring it home in a few minutes here. So it's an appreciation for those efforts we put into things. It's not, we don't necessarily want to have those results because then we unify things and the experience is gone. We need the separation of two things so that we can achieve, so that we can long for things, so that we can strive for things and work to things and experience things, joy and pain, sorrow and loss and bliss and happiness. So it's the space in between our achievements that is really the special place, the meaningful place, So when I see this card, failure, in tomorrow, to me, it's giving you a new outlook on what it means to strive for things, to try to work towards things. Yes, you still want to succeed, right? Again, this isn't just a failure of your efforts to result in anything. This is a new way of looking at what we're doing, what we're working on, our projects, our jobs, our creative endeavors, our businesses, our families, our relationships in general. It's the fact that we are separated from what we desire. That's what makes the world. That's what makes the magic, right? It gives us the opportunity for magic. It gives us the opportunity for achievement. Kind of, you can't have light without the shadow. That sort of thing, right? Down beneath everything, of course, we have a 9 of Wands. This is the wire fully insulated. This is the psychic experience with the moon and the conscious mind with the sun. And you've got the insulated wire. Your wires are not being crossed. You have a direct channel to spirit, and the wire is insulated. It's strong. You're hearing the message. You are fully informed. You have a T1 line directly to spirit, and you're downloading information at lightning speed, right? Sounds like an Ethernet commercial. That's the 9 of Wands, and that's where you get your strength from. That's where you get this this intense desire for achievement, for work, right? And that's why you've got this new outlook on work itself, on striving, on success and failure, right? And the space in between. And that brings us over here to the Queen of Pentacles. You are achieving, you are making achievements, and you're appreciating all of the struggles, all of the setbacks, all of the failures. Failure is just like a rough draft of success, right? That's where we learn. That's where we get the experience, and that's where we feel the sorrow of loss and the excitement of the potential gains, So I think you are successful even though you have not yet achieved everything you want, you're still very successful, right? You're still very wealthy. And that's been a common theme, I think, on this channel, is what wealth actually means. What does success actually mean to you? Is success just the appreciation for the experience of pursuing the meaningful work, regardless of what the payoff is at the end? So you're someone that has a tremendous appreciation for the past and tremendous vision for the future. This card, the figure in this card, is looking both at the past, where they've been, with love and appreciation, looking to the future with hope and optimism and eagerness. Yeah. The next card we see is interesting energy. This is a Knight of Cups. It's in your environment. It could be a Cancer sign person or a water sign person generally in your environment, someone close to you. For some of you, this might be you with the impulse to give, right? To offer your services, to extend your gifts to other people. It could be a calling that you have to really be of service. Okay, this card is offering. You're making an offering. This could be a part of, a spiritual practice, a ritual offering. It could be a literal offering in your environment, volunteering, helping others, just being of service, to your fellows. It could be one particular person, maybe that water sign person, that you feel you need to be of service to. You need to help someone specific. Okay? It could resonate either way for some of you. The next card, this is an easy one. This is what we don't want, 8 of Cups. But I think since we're kind of changing, this is a rare kind of realignment. This is usually the card we don't want, the 8 of Cups. Glass half full, glass half empty, roller coaster emotions, moods are changing. Some days we really love it, other days we just feel we're just kind of down in the dumps. This is a lot of fluctuation. This is joy and sorrow. This is loss. This is feeling like our heart's not in it anymore. This is the kind of lack of interest in our work, in our striving. And yeah, usually this card would be right on the nose. It's what we don't want. Yeah, we don't want to lose heart. We don't want to lose faith. You know, we want to hang on to the love and the joy in our work, in our path. Yeah. But maybe we're flipping things around. Maybe this is exactly what we do want. We want to experience all of it. We want to experience the alternating current, the yin and the yang. We want to feel what it feels like to really want something, to not have it, but really, really want it. You know, that kind of drive, that longing, that yearning for something or someone or for spirit or for experience, existence, whatever. So this is us kind of wanting the shadow as well as the light, because we have this new perspective on what it means to having not yet succeeded. Okay, and instead of calling it failure, we'll call it not yet succeeded. We have this new outlook. Our vision has changed. What we used to look at, consensus reality, now doesn't look the same, right? We said that at the beginning. I think it's true even on different planes here. So it could be that we're changing the way we look at loss, pessimism, sorrow, this kind of hopeless feeling. We're changing the way we experience the empty glass or the half-empty glass. Yeah. Now for the very practical end is this Eight of Pentacles. This is us kind of business as usual, right? All of this energy, this intense activity, all of this stuff is not really changing. It's not really changing your life complete. It's not suddenly you've done a complete 180 in your life. No, you still are taking care of your responsibilities. You're doing it with this new awareness, this expanded consciousness, but you still have to go out in the morning and water the plants, right? You still have to walk the dog, take out the trash. You still have to put your shoes on and go to work, go to school, go be of service, whatever it is you do. So all of this fire energy that we have with this Tower card, this was real disruption. This was the real kind of uninsulated, frayed wires. This was just intense. Yeah. Overstimulated nervous system. We've done all of this work. We've explored this energy so that we can be in control. This is kind of the Zen-like acceptance of living. You know, this is now, everything has become a meditation. Everything has become this spiritual experience, this psychic experience. You have this direct channel now, right? This T1 line. And everything becomes holiness and spirit. Walking the dog. It's what the Buddhists would call like a walking meditation. You know, you're fully present. You're finding those moments in between steps. You're constantly moving, right? Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. You're finding those spaces in between the steps, just like we said here with the alternating currents. You're finding the space in between success and failure, or striving and accomplishing. And I think it brings a calmness to you. Right? I think whatever this experience was, I don't know anything about this. I can't see what's on that side of the table right before this. That was the biggest thing. That was the most intense experience of your life. I don't know if this was an injury, an illness, some kind of a life-altering event. The biggest challenge that you've ever faced. Let's embrace that as a way to unlock this new perspective. Yeah. Now, let's do this mystery card before this video gets too long. I don't know what this is going to be. This, I think, is going to be some air energy. And I would like for it to be some very balanced but expressive air energy. So I want to see either a court card or an ace, a 3, a 5, a 7, a 9 even of swords. I want to see an extended air, energy. Oh, it's the world. It's the world. We're not there yet. I was looking for something showing that you are now communicating this, that you've learned to articulate it. All this that's happening to you, you're now keeping it inside, I think. Okay. But the world here, this is telling me that it's a new perspective on, well, the world, on the universe. It's like the scales have fallen. You are seeing the world in a different way. And this, I think, is the perfect confirmation card, because this is exactly what we're talking about. The world now is not just your kind of this very microcosmic life that we're leading in our little neighborhood, doing these little things. Now you have awareness of the entire cosmos. It's macrocosmic. So I think your consciousness has expanded. Your awareness has opened up. And that sounds cliche, yeah. It's cliche for a reason, It's a legitimate experience. And I think the next step beyond this is learning to articulate it, put it into words, write it down, tell a story. Tell a story. This card is saying, look, you may just need to float in this vibe for a while before you're ready to put it down on paper or an audiobook or something, Tell the story. So I think this is saying, look, just be in this experience for a little bit. And when you're ready, you can get some of this air energy in here and you can start putting it down on paper or on film or something, It's really special. I'd like to invite you to the extended reading. Click up here for that one. Thank you for letting me read for you. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Okay, we're almost at 100K. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.